Okay guys, I'm going to walk you through this process again. We are going to reseal these injectors and put them back into the rail. First of all, I'm going to strip everything down that doesn't belong on it. Take all the clips off. Any of these plastic bridges that are on here or Teflon seals. I got a box cutter right here. I cut the seal off the end of it. Clean off the ends real good. A brass brush, you could clean the ends of them without a problem. Just don't get too crazy with scratching into it. Any kind of seal that was left in the rail, like this here. When you pull this rail out of the head from the factory, sometimes they don't have all the parts that the other stuff does. Now, it's said by Ford, if this stays together, there's no need to separate it. Just work on the end of it, resealing where the bottom seal is right here. You don't have to touch the stuff that stays together. Let me go see if I have a soft bristle brush. This one's kind of got a lot of carbon deposit on it. Well, parts department closed up, but I do have this really soft. Leaves like no scratches. Yeah, that'll work. Oh yeah. Really nice. That's really nice. It's so soft, but it spins so fast. It doesn't leave any markings in the metal or anything. I just don't want to put these back in there with all that carbon stuff on the end of it. We have these really soft brass brushes that I use in parts, but the parts manager already went home, so we locked everything up. See how bad that is? It's just chunked and carboned up on there, like it's almost completely plugged up. But how clean it is now. This is like really soft. One more. So now that everything's clean, let's install the kit that you're going to use is it's a DS7Z 9229 Bravo. It's got a picture of the setup and how they want it to go back together. It also has a parts list of each individual part that's in there with its own part number. So, first kit. The sizer that you're going to use, it's called a sizer, Teflon sizer. It's OTC 303-1567. OTC 303-1567. This is a nice sizer, and it's a tapered end. It's fatter on one side than the other, and it takes the Teflon seal and it sizes it back to the injector. The other kit is an OTC 310207. Inside this kit you get a sizer, but most people don't like using it. They don't like the way it works. Here's a expandable O-ringed push tool, and here is a guide with a tapered end that stretches the seal, and this is the pusher that pushes it on. The O-ring keeps it together enough to push this up the injector until the seal drops on, and then you take that sizer and run it over it until the seal is seated properly. So, let's do one of them real quick. This kit, I think, is about $25 a kit for 4 of these. So we want the Teflon seal first. Let's get that out of the way. So here's the Teflon seal. Here's the injector. You're going to take the sizing tool and you're going to put it on the tip of the injector. Slides over it. Then you're going to take the Teflon seal and you're going to put it onto the sizer. And then you're going to take the pusher. I like to keep pressure on the end of it. And then you just push. And there it goes. It's past the collar, and then you finish pushing. Now it's in the gap. Pull it all off. And now the end of your tool is stuck inside here, and you'll have to push it out with a pick. But now look, your new Teflon seal is installed. Now you have to size it to the injector. So you make sure you put the more open side on first, which is the knurled side. It's more or less like knurling on the end of this. And that knurling's there so you can move it back and forth. So you'll go here like this, and then you'll start to push and knurl and knurl. You'll just keep doing it. Let's see what happens. See? It's getting smaller. It's starting to size that Teflon to the actual injector. Don't try too fast, because if you try too fast, you'll stretch it. See, now it's slid on all the way and the injector's sticking out of the bottom. Let's pull it back. And there we go. We have a sized, properly fit Teflon seal right here. I think it's Teflon. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of plastic. We're just going to call it Teflon for video purposes. So that's on there now. Now we can install it onto the injector rig. So, what do? You're going to grab your green chamfer cut. You're gonna install it. Okay, it's on. Then you're gonna take your O-ring. It's on. Then you're gonna take your clip. There's 2 grooves here on the injector. Slides right on that. And there it is. It's ready to install in the injector rail. You've just rebuilt your injector with new seals. Now in the injector rail, it can only go on one way. There's a slot back here on the end. See, it's open, that gap. And then you just basically take this, push it up in the hole until it snaps in. And there it is, it's snapped in. You can see how the little snap tabs have passed the bridge and now they're locked in. And you'll go through and you'll do that for each one. Okay, that's how you work this. And then when you're done, I'm gonna go ahead and do these and then we'll go out there and put it in the engine. Alright, let me show you how easy this is to install. See how all that's cleaned out? Now if you had a problem with one of those injector holes right there and you didn't like the way they looked, you could get this cleaning kit. There's a brush, a radial brush, and then there's a locking tool right there. And you take that brush and you run that brush down in the hole and you clean all the crap out of it. And this is the tool that you would use to go over the tips of the injector to pull them out if they get stuck in the head. But this is a universal injector remover tool. So this is like kind of, you actually got to put your hand here while you're pulling a sledgehammer, pop, 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 that locks into that thing, or a slide hammer. But they came out real good, crystal clean. I see a lot of guys put these back in there and they don't put that much effort into cleaning them. You really should clean them, like put the effort into cleaning them. We can go ahead and clip this harness back in now. There's no reason to not have it clipped in before it goes in. And then this simply just like so. So now it's all sitting in there. Fuel pressure sensors right here. Take your fingers. I like to push a little. So just keep pushing until I felt that one go in. Alright, that one's in. That one's in. Okay, they're all in now. Now what you do is you take your 10 mil bolts and you run them down in there. I think I left them on the table. And this is the high pressure fuel line you're going to need that goes in between the fuel rail and the high pressure fuel pump. And there's what it looks like installed.